Guys, never give up on your dreams. It might take a while, but you'll get there if you continue, okay? Never give up on them. Hey guys, Dan here and welcome back to another video and another reaction. And today we're gonna be reacting to a man's guide to the Backburner. This is a video that was made by SoundSmith, so please be sure to give a like on the original video before watching the reaction, as you should. And now, onto the video. Have a good day. This episode of Mann Guys is sponsored by Marketplace.tf. I feel like we're already having a Jurassic Park reference here. The average communication between two TF2 players. I've been there. Wow, look at the quality of this rendering. I knew it. I knew it too. Let's go.
If I had to describe the Backburner in just one word, I would choose unexpected. If you saw the teaser or have been following production updates on this video, you probably thought that I was doing Mann's Guide to the Huntsman. But while you were focused on something else, that's where the Backburner shines the most. On its face, it seems like a pretty normal side grade. You get guaranteed crits if you burn someone's back at the cost of an air blast that uses 50 ammo instead of 20. And yes, I do see that other stat, but every other flamethrower that can air blast does that, so it's not important. Now, most people upon seeing this would just be like, alright, that's it. But here's the thing. These extremely simple stats transform the Backburner from a basic stock weapon to a tool of utter chaos.
I would like to point out real quick that over the years, SoundSmith's style of just presenting the topics and the background NBC has changed so much, really. I can see that compared to videos in the past, like to other Man's Guide videos when I used to watch SoundSmith when I didn't have a YouTube channel, his style of documentary or style of narrating was a little bit more chill. It was a little bit more calm. But now hearing this newest video just released under an hour ago for me, it basically shows that he has evolved so much as a narrator. It's so cool to see that in one of your YouTube creators. It's really cool to be able to see that and to see that this person has evolved and has gotten better at what they do. That's very cool. Ambition. And if only the hit registration on this game worked well.
Stat first, because it basically defines the entire weapon. It accomplishes quite a few things, but above all else, it encourages you to make like a From Software dev and ambush some poor schmuck who's just trying to play the goddamn game. It just makes sense. If you crit from behind, you want to start fighting from behind. Running around the flank, hiding in a corner, anything is on the table as long as you're unexpected. Okay, so here's a good example. There's like 3 or 4 people on the cart right now. My teammates are distracting them so I can get behind them without being seen.
I love doing that. I just love doing that.
The basic Backburner gameplay. You burn their backs. That's it. I did too much damage for the heavy to do anything about it. And I get the soldier and the medic does a funny ragdoll, and there you go. I saved the game. Another really basic.
This is one of the best things that you can do as a pyro with the Backburner. If you can manage to turn the attention of the other team to you, you can actually give enough time for your medic to be saved, for your buildings from your engineer to be saved. You can stop them from capturing the payload or anything else. And you can give enough time for your team to recover to be able to get them. So yeah, that's a solid strat. And one that I usually most likely do, like in automatic mode. I don't think too much about it, I just do it.
Example, there's a bunch of people on the cart here, so I'm just gonna walk up behind them while they're focused on something else. Kill 1 person, kill 2 people.
Got the medic.
I flanked him so hard he left the game. That's cool. In this clip, I get Ubered by our medic for some reason, so I'm gonna hold down the mouse 1 button to just kind of clean up a bunch of people and then establish myself as a presence on the front lines. And then once they're expecting me to be up there, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go around the flank. Hey,
looks like the flanker got flanked.
Back there. You want to turn around? I can get it for you.
Fine. Roll a deception check with disadvantage.
What is this? What is this? What is this? This is the second video in a row, I think, that we actually got to see a D&D reference. First, it was on Canva the poll Shrek vs. Minions, and now it is here with SoundSmith. Is there an app that rolls D20s that I'm not aware? Because really, just seeing another D&D reference somewhere just makes all of this even more worth it. And I actually paused the video right on top of double crits. Because if you don't play D&D or other tabletops games, usually the 20 means a crit or a critical success. Or at least in D&D. I don't play many other tabletops. But yeah, wow. I'm very happy with the D20 rolls. Oh, I accidentally took off the volume, so here we go, and back.
Okay, so you're not gonna believe this. This is actually something I've noticed a lot while using the Backburner. People tend to
I feel so bad for the DM when that happens.
They'll turn around to run away, not realizing you're using the Backburner, and just get themselves crit. It seems a little silly from our perspective, but let's look at the situation from theirs. So a pyro charges you, and what weapon is he using? You see the problem, right? First of all, there's only one visual difference between the Backburner and stock, this dragon ornament right here. But not only that, when a pyro presses the W and mouse one buttons at the same time, which funnily enough I've heard they tend to do a lot, it unlocks TF2's fucking hidden light theme. I genuinely can't see anything right now, and in a situation like this, the only tell would be the sound that the flamethrowers make. But unless you're experienced enough to know the difference, you wouldn't know this, and would just get crit seemingly out of nowhere. So at the end of the day, can you really blame
I never realized that they had different sounds. Okay, I already learned something today. And I didn't even know that the Backburner was just the normal flamethrower, but with that snake piece on the exit of the gas. That's a weird way to describe it, but yeah, that's what I just did. But I'm learning a lot already.
Someone for making this kind of mistake? I mean, maybe, but I'm totally going to abuse it anyway. All right, so these clips I've been showing you in the patented SoundSmith narrates gameplay clips to show off the mechanic he's talking about section are all fine and dandy, but I'm usually starting in the middle of the clip, already in position. And what I failed to show you so far is, well, how I got there to begin with.
The soldier taunting, oh, I feel bad for that.
Problems. Notably, he's not really all that fast. I mean, to be fair, he's got average speed, same as all these guys, but when you're hanging out on the flank, you're much more likely to run into this guy. Or this guy. Or maybe sometimes this guy. And seeing as nearly every flamethrower's range is shorter than the average lifespan of a live service game that's definitely going to be the TF2 killer this time, we need to cover that weakness with our secondary weapon. And sure, we could technically do that by adding some range to our kit and soul, but unfortunately, I'm a ginger, and as we all
And yeah, I do love the score shot. It is my most used secondary for pyro. And wait, is SoundSmith a ginger in real life? I think I never saw a picture of SoundSmith in real life. Did he ever reveal what he looks like? Oh, so that explains the ginger look for Soldier. Okay, I learned another thing today.
We all know from that one TV show that single-handedly filled my childhood with relentless bullying. I'm a little bit lacking in that department. So instead, I guess we'll just have to go with the other option and add some...
And here we go to the surfing.
Mobility secondaries are what really make the Backburner shine. I mean, why worry about a lack of speed or range if you can just... like... And yes, I could show you another 2 hours of tutorials on how to use mobility items, but I think the more important thing is talking about when to use them. As much as it pains me, we are not talking about that flashy, in-your-face movement that tends to show up in every other video. Our movement has purpose, and that's getting from point A to point B. And it doesn't just have to be purposeful either, it also has to be unexpected. Let's look at the first item a new player might use when trying to add mobility to the pyro. A lot of times, pyros who get their hands on the thermal thruster for the first time will take one look at what it can do and just go like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, it's..."
To be fair, when Jungle Inferno came out, that was the reaction of many people to see Pyro with an actual jetpack. They went crazy. They went bonkers. It was a great change. We never had a jetpack in the game, so people were hyped as hell. And the new player will be as well. I just rhymed. Hell and well. So wow.
This is a move that I affectionately call the Brain Blast.
Brain Blast!
See, the joke is that their brain gets blasted. There's really no getting around it. If you're as predictable as yesterday's weather, it's just not gonna go well for you. This is a high-risk bombing item, so while you can definitely get away with some jetpack shenanigans, it really sort of depends on the enemy team being unaware.
I mean, to be fair, most TF2 players never look up.
In this clip, I'm hanging out on the flank, and KJ is running away from what looks like the enemy combo, so I blast out here onto the bridge, and at that exact moment, they jump onto the point, and I'm able to just walk up behind them and kill them all. In this clip, I'm up in the center, and then I see this pyro who's definitely going to walk at me, but then I hear him do a voice line, so I match his voice line, and back up and then wait for him to do another one. And then I hear him do it on the left side, so then I go around the right side right here, pull out the Backburner, burn his back, and then he leaves the game. I know
Really, that was just a 200 IQ move to make the other player do a voice line so you can know where he is. Damn, SoundSmith. I'm impressed.
None of the clips I narrated were particularly flashy, and yeah, it is undeniably fun as hell to blast yourself straight into the enemy team and go crazy. But if you want to take full advantage of the Backburner's crit mechanic, you've got to be sneaky with it. And that's sort of difficult to do when your secondary announces its presence to the entire map whenever you do anything with it.
But let's be fair. You took a good clip to show this, but look who you just tried to flank. You tried to flank an Uber medic with a lot of cosmetics, a scout that has 2 unusuals or 3 unusuals at least on his loadouts, and a demoman with a festive loose cannon. I think that if this isn't the first time that you're trying to do this team already would be ready for you after the second try. And even the pyro and the soldier already heard that. So yeah, the thermal thruster is not a good weapon to be sneaky. Yeah.
So we're gonna need something different, something smaller, faster, a bit quieter, with more ammo, and, you know, maybe something that can actually do some damage. I know that's a lot to ask for, though, so I understand if there's not really anything like that in the...
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
The detonator.
It is actually unbelievable how good the detonator is when paired with the Backburner. First of all, it's a secondary that can actually deal damage, so it's good to pester people or finish them off from a distance, but it can also be used
to rocket jump?
Yeah, when you put the detonator,
jump to
every map opens
detonator
up
jump.
A whole new playground. In this clip, we're pushing Barn Blitz last, and I see this demo on the flank who has been sticky spamming but is currently shooting pills.
And he's gonna go above through the window.
So I go up on this side area here, pull out the detonator, jump through the window, and
I didn't know you could actually go into that small rooftop on the right. Cool.
completely bypass his sticky trap and kill him pretty much instantly. And yeah, he definitely wasn't expecting that one. And yeah, it's worth noting that the thermal thruster can technically do this too, but the detonator has one thing that the jetpack just doesn't. Well, one more thing. Burst mobility. With the jetpack, if you need to go somewhere, you gotta go through this lengthy animation where the pyro puts away his flamethrower, go gadget, swaps to her secondary, and then finally, you can wait for another second as the blast-off animation plays, and even then, you're moving in a mostly fixed trajectory after that, for the first half of your jump at least. For comparison, let's look at the detonator. I swap weapons, look behind me, and boom. We're moving. In this clip, blue team is about to cap.
Yeah, the detonator is not my weapon of choice, but it's OP for people who know how to use it. I'm a lazy player, so I don't think I see myself trying to master the detonator in the near future.
The point, and I gotta get in there quickly. If I go through that door, I die, so I pull out the detonator, jump up here quickly, and now I'm in a perfect position to wait a second, and then drop down and burn everybody back.
Oh, amazing.
This is a fun one. At some point while I was playing Borneo, I noticed that you can actually stand on this ledge right here. So we're just gonna wait up here and see who we can
Another
get. 2
one.
seconds later, this demo man walks through the door thinking he's being sneaky on the flank, doesn't see me at all, and I'm able to drop down, save our medic's life. That's right, when you're using the detonator, you can flank quickly, you can do cool jumps, but you can also get into some funny places that you shouldn't be. In this clip, the sniper doesn't even look up to see me at all because, I mean, like, why would you? And that ends up
TF2
working
players never
perfectly with
look
the
up.
Backburner's ambush-based playstyle. Except for the fact that it didn't crit, but it's fine, ignore that. If you're that sniper, like, why would you ever look there? Seriously, look at this bullshit. How do you think I got here?
How to get there? Parkour!
Honestly, I could just talk about the detonator all day. I know that I talk about movement mechanics a lot, but, like, I can't believe they put something like this in the game. It's... What?
You're getting off track again. You can't actually spend another 2 hours on mobility tutorials. We only have the studio for another day. We gotta get this script done.
Yeah, okay, fine.
This is something that actually is a question to you guys that watch a lot of SoundSmith. Do they actually go to a different studio or they hire a studio so they can record these voice lines? Or this is just an in-joke about their characters having this job of recording the SoundSmith videos? Because I don't know, this just feels too realistic to be a joke, but I can also see it as a joke trying to be too realistic. I don't know, please tell me in the comments.
Actually, wait, now that I think about it, why are we back in the studio? Aren't we, like, running from some evil mega corporation that's trying to kill us?
No, this is a procedural show. Everything goes back to normal at the beginning of the next episode. Except that spy. They're still here.
We're gonna have to pay for that, right?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, we have enough to cover it, right? What about that money we got from the Crystally sponsorship?
What part of procedural do you not understand, man? We're broke.
Ugh. Okay, well, I guess we need an actual sponsor.
Oh, I don't have a drink to my side.
Hello?
Hey, Lazy.
Hey,
it's Ethan.
Lazy!
Listen, can I ask a favor?
Sure, what's up?
Can you recommend a sponsor for this Man's Guide we're recording? We need some money to cover some production costs.
Okay, last time that I saw Lazy Purple, which has been a very long time, I think that he was sponsored by Honey. So let's see if I'm right on this one. Or if it's gonna be TF2 Marketplace as it was shown in the beginning.
Oh, you need money, huh? Maybe you wanna save some money while you're at it, huh? Well, have you considered...
Was that the coupon code that gives you 10% off any unusual?
That's right, Markiplier.tf is back, baby! Yeah, this episode of Man's Guide is sponsored by Marketplace.tf, a
Okay.
storefront for all things TF2. And Dota 2 and Steam items, actually, but that's not important. TF2, hey, look, TF2! Marketplace.tf is the only TF2 storefront with no fees for the buyer. Most other sites will show low prices, but will add a ton of hidden fees at checkout, and they'll take forever to deliver the items, and they'll never go on sale. It's basically just like a heist, but for your wallet specifically. Well, no more. Marketplace never passes fees onto you, delivers your items quickly and safely, accepts PayPal, and has sales and promos and shit like that all the time. They even give out coupons that just straight up give you free stuff. Okay, so I know that
Nice.
was a lot of words though, so let me just rework this real quick. Okay, no fees, free stuff. And also, yeah, it's cheaper than the Steam Community Market. Seriously, go check their coupons. As soon as this video is live, Marketplace is launching a new code, Purple Smithmas, that gives you 10% off any unusual. Yeah, I wasn't just goofing earlier. That's real. 10% off unusual taunts, skins, war paints, unusual fires, hats, miscs, literally any unusual. 10% off, just like that. And I should say, I don't want this to come off like empty shilling either. I can tell you from personal experience that Marketplace is cheap, fast, reliable, and most of all, safe. I've been using the site for years, and I've never had any issues with getting my items. You know, other than the item servers going down, but that's not their fault. You know how it goes. Death, taxes, TF2 item servers not working. If you're ever in the market for
Gaben just comes out of nowhere, still his duped shovels, and just starts to run away, and SoundSmith instantly opens the door and just goes after that. Okay, that's comedy gold. That really was comedy gold right there. Wow.
TF2 items of any kind, look no further than marketplace.tf. You can use the link in the description or the pinned comment and go check it out. I mean, like, after you finish the video, though. Okay, yep, 5 seconds? Yeah, that works for me. Okay, see you then.
Are they coming?
They just did.
Ugh, perfect. Back to the guide.
Nice.
Where were we again?
I just honestly don't remember.
Let me just narrate this clip, maybe it'll come to me. So this clip's Thunder Mountain. I'm shooting the detonator at a soldier. Oh, right. Okay, so the Backburner isn't, strictly speaking, perfect. The main, well, only downside to the Backburner is that your air blast costs 150% more. In practical terms, this means you only get about as many air blasts as the number of years it took the Confederacy to get completely steamrolled. That's a pretty huge downside, seeing as air blast is arguably Pyro's most powerful mechanic that is definitely in no way inferior.
Wait, I actually want to go back and read that. I want to understand the
Backburner
joke.
is that your air blast costs 150% more. In practical terms, this means you only get about as many air blasts as the number of years it took the Confederacy to get
Okay, the Confederate State of America, CSA, commonly referred as the Confederate State, the Confederacy, or the South, was an unrecognized breakaway Confederated Republic in the Southern United States that existed from February 8th of 1861 to May 9th of 1865. So it took 4 years to win against the Confederacy. The Confederacy comprised 11 U.S. states that declared secession. Oh, I'm sorry for that pronunciation. And warred against the United States during the American Civil War. Okay, so 4 years to win against the Confederacy? Still, a 4-year war is still a long time. Nowadays, if we have a 4-year long war, it's gonna be massively destructive, you know? War is a sad thing to happen.
completely steamrolled. That's a pretty huge downside, seeing as Air Blast is arguably Pyro's most powerful mechanic that is definitely in no way infuriating to play against. You can't extinguish your teammates as effectively, you can't reflect projectiles as often, you can't stuff Ubers as well. It seems really bad. But there is a silver lining to this, and that's how this red text makes people perceive the weapon. And also the people using it. That's just the thing. Nobody expects you to be able to air blast with.
Once again, look at this. I really enjoyed this. Just a SoundSmith bringing in the next clip. That's amazing.
Nobody expects you to be able to air blast with this thing. Which means if you want to catch somebody off guard, using the Backburner to kind of smurf your way into easy air blast kills works surprisingly well. It is honestly fascinating how much of an impression this little dragon ornament can make on the enemy gamers. Like, look at this. In this clip, I'm on the flank, but then I get caught out by this soldier, and he shoots some rockets at me, so I air blast one, and then two of his rockets back, and then I retreat to get some health. Fast forward a few seconds, and I'm back on the flank. This time I run into a different soldier at first, and I air blast one of his rockets. He stops shooting me, but this guy shows up again after seeing me air blast two of his rockets and one of his teammates. He looks at me and goes, well, this guy's a Backburner pyro. There's no way he could reflect the fourth rocket. Shoots another rocket at me and dies. In this clip,
and that was a crit.
It's CTF. They're bomb rushing the intel. It doesn't matter. But there's a soldier here who's coming in on the left there. He shoots once at me, sees me air blast, and then swaps to his shotgun, but then sees that it's a Backburner, swaps back to the rocket launcher, shoots another rocket at me, and dies.
Poor guy.
Poor
guy.
Huh? If you're consistently getting fed rockets...
I mean, let's agree that he had the right thought in his mind. Maybe he's not a pyro player, he doesn't know how many air blasts he has, but since the pyro was already in the middle line on the fight, he assumed that the pyro would maybe only have one air blast left. So a solid risk that he took. I would not blame him for trying.
Sure, you could just shoot them back at the enemy gamers, but that's what you'd expect a pyro reflecting a rocket to do. So, hear me out here. What if we just take this soldier's rocket and...
Oh, Jesus, the reflect jumping.
All of this insanity is the meat of the Backburner's gameplay loop. Whatever the other team thinks you're doing, you just make sure that you're doing something else. Do they think you're with the combo? Go on the flank. Do they think you're on the flank? Run straight at them while they're too paranoid to notice. Like, take this situation. You're right in the face of an obviously smurfing gibbous vision sniper who is staring down this hatless Backburner pyro. He's gonna try and guess what your movement will be so that he can land a quickscope, so let's look at a simplified version of our movement options for this next split second. We've got A, continuing to hold W, or B, pressing literally any other button. So what do you think this sniper thinks you're going to do next?
Continue holding W.
You got it? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Now do the other thing. When using the Backburner, you never let them know your next move. Act like a genius mastermind tactician, and then in the next breath, act like you've got two brain cells that are both competing for third place. You want your ridiculous unpredictability to put the fear of God into your enemies. Revelations 13:12, I am the spy. From Team Fortress 2.
I am the spy.
Yeah, that's right. Did I
2.
mention you can trick stab with the Backburner? That's right, folks. Once again, it's back time. See, that's what we call a callback.
Really, the TF2 back detection, in my opinion, it's so weird, you know? Like the fact that you can actually backstab in a wider place on one side of the back and the other one is smaller. It's so weird to me. It just feels like, I don't know, I think I would go into a little rant. But hit detection in TF2 sometimes is very, very buggy. Let's continue.
Yeah, really just getting back to basics. You might think it's a setback, but I call it a run back. You know, just really a back and forth exchange, if you will. Back Zynga. We really do be playing like the spy
Back
from Team
Zynga.
Fortress 2, but unlike the spy from Team Fortress 2, we have a flamethrower. See, that's the nice part about any class that isn't the spy. We actually have options for head-to-head combat that aren't,
running away?
Spy is a bad class. Yeah, I know. In the right hands, a revolver can be pretty powerful, but most of the time, if you get caught out as spy, you just die. Let's take a look at a quick scenario. Let's say that you're a spy on landfall and you go for a corner stab next to these stairs. And, oh no, your keyboard messed up, and your mouse didn't work, and your eyelids got in the way, and your chair to these stairs.
I would just like to point out another thing.
Oh no, your keyboard messed up.
Kind of just a personal note of my life update. I have a new keyboard, so actually seeing the spy using what most likely is maybe a mechanical keyboard, and him just having a lot of these glowing keys. I'm looking at this right now in my table, and I can tell you guys, it's satisfying as heck. It's one of the best feelings that you can get when gaming. Almost my entire loadout now here for recording videos, it's glowing in a rainbow pattern. I got the mouse, I got the keyboard, I got my PC, and it feels good. Guys, never give up on your dreams. It might take a while, but you'll get there if you continue, okay? Never give up on them.
And your mouse didn't work, and your eyelids got in the way, and your chair broke, and your room was too cold that day. So for reasons entirely out of your control, you went around the corner too early, and now everyone's looking at you. At this point, if you stick around, you're basically dead. You could get 1, maybe 2 shots off, maybe a decent trade if you're lucky. But now,
oh, he was like for more time than he should have.
Pyro.
And everybody runs from you.
There is one advantage that the Spy has over the Backburner, though, and that is that his backstab range is the full 180 degrees. That tends to lead to some interesting hit detection, but the Backburner's range is only about 74 degrees, which can lead to some even more interesting hit detection.
Remember when I just said about the hit detection and the hit registration being a little bit weird? Yeah.
I've noticed most is that the crit mechanic has trouble registering when you're approaching from above, so the best position to put yourself in is one with a reverse height advantage. And if you are higher than them for any number of reasons, try to aim where you think their back is going to be rather than where it is at that moment. It just tends to work a little better. By acting this insane, you've essentially turned any encounter with you into a guessing game. But even with the Backburner stereotype debuff, players are going to start adapting at some point. Just take this clip. Imbued with the game's sense of some hyper-intelligent extraplanar being, this soldier has stopped shooting his feet. We've essentially conditioned him to be terrified of the air blast. So at this point, what do?
Wait, was there a dancing skeleton into his eyes?
We've essentially conditioned him
I think so.
to be terrified of the air blast. So at this point, what do? Well, you press the funny button. When you're playing with people's expectations this much, you're conditioning them. And it's your job to know when they're adapting to you and change your play accordingly. Even if it's stupid, even if it's an objectively bad decision, do it anyway. The subversion is the point. You don't just want to kill your enemies, you want to make them go, what? Why did you do that? It's not about winning, it's about sending a message. Which brings me to the main point of the video. How should you, a real Manco mercenary, use the Backburner?
How?
Well, think about it. Above all else, you have to be unexpected. And what's the last thing you'd expect a Backburner pyro to do? That's right, it's using something other than the Backburner. The frying pan is a completely ridiculous weapon.
That's a banger.
It is just a weapon reskin, sure, but somehow, some way, its hidden stats take it to a completely different level. Oh, you're scared of being dealt guaranteed crits from behind? Well, guess what? We've got random crits. Oh, wait, I hear you saying that's not fun to play against? Well, I've got news for you. You picked Pyro. That ship has sailed, dude. And also, that's kind of the point. The frying pan is loud. It has an obscene crit rate, and there's really no getting around it. It's annoying. Every time you roll that crit, it deals an extra 2d8 psychic damage. 3d8 if they're a...
Again with the D&D reference, really, sounds a bit. How much D&D have you been playing recently? How much D&D? If you ever watch this video, SoundSmith, please tell me how long you've played D&D.
Fiend, undead, or spy main. Yeah, you heard me right. A pan crit? That's a smite. The frying pan is a paladin weapon.
And he even has the thing from the website. I forgot the name of it, but it's the same texture I think from the D&D book. Really, for how long have you been playing D&D? This is even like the same apps that I have to check for my games. Wow. Oh, it actually crits on 18, 19, 20. Okay, that's a very, very powerful weapon. Basically, you would need to be a champion fighter on, I think, level 17 or above to be able to get those. Thunderous Strike. When this weapon hits a creature, it emits an ear-splitting wave of sound audible by any creature at 500 feet. Seems legit. Damage 1d8 plus 3 bludgeoning plus 1d6 thunder. You gain a plus 3 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. Weapon cookware legendary requires attunement by a paladin. A well-seasoned frying pan made from cast iron. Demoralizing smite. When your weapon scores a critical hit, it does an extra 2d8 psychic damage on the target. This damage increases to 3d8 if the target is a fiend, undead, or a spy main. Oh, of course. Additionally, the target must make a DC 12 wisdom saving throw. On a failure, the target must type random crits or firm balance in the game. Oh, this was made with such love. I love it.
It's not just the best melee weapon in the game. I'm confident in saying this. It's the best weapon in... No, the best weapon in any game. That's how good the frying pan is. Man, come on. I was just getting into it. Now I have to build all that momentum up again.
Look, I get where you're going. It's a solid idea. Stupid, unexpected, funny. It's good. Follows a theme. But, that's kind of the problem, right?
What do you mean?
This is what we do every time. Starts as a tutorial, gets progressively dumber, and eventually it all goes to hell. And we cut to the studio, and then we do an ending stinger. Same thing every single time.
Yeah, no, you're right. If we really want to do something unexpected, we have to do something fresh, something new, something original, something no two mediocre men sitting in a room with reasonably good microphones have ever done before.
Well, I mean, mediocre is kind of a strong word, right? I mean, I feel like I'm pretty confident myself.
Wait! I have an idea. So then I told him that if I had to give the Backburner a rating,
Oh,
I'd
they're making a
like
podcast.
420 degrees Fahrenheit out of 451.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah, like it's good, right? Like but the weird hit reg holds it back a bit for me. It's it's kind of like actual TF2. It's pretty good, but it's held back by a couple things.
Dude, you're so right. But
like what's with medics not healing me anyway? A medic's entire purpose is to heal high-value pockets and give them Uber charges, right? And clearly I'm a high-value pocket. My Strange Original has like 50,000 kills on it. They should know to heal me.
Is this a real thing? Did they create the Man's Guide podcast? Really, if this... Oh, also I'm noticing like the little references on SoundSmith's computer right there. But really, if they actually made an entire podcast where it's filmed on Gmod and someone's just managing the cameras to look at them at different angles while they just move the characters and speak and goof around on the environment, I would watch that. That would be comedic gold right there. And I think no one ever did that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this would be very cool to see.
And not anybody else.
didn't you like farm that in a strange leveling server or something?
He touched a wound right there.
Hey, you know what's so weird? I just realized today that I'm being censored by Valve.
Oh man, really?
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, they're targeting me. Ever since I got canceled by the radical woke soldier mains for calling someone a war pig, they've been trying to take away my platform.
Well, if I could just play devil's advocate for a second here, you're totally right. You're so right. And that's why they're so mad at you. It's because of how right you are.
Just this day, I tried to tell somebody about their stereotype in a game, and you know what it said? Voice communication is not available for this account. They're trying to silence me. Anyway, guys, if you want to stop the man's guide from being silenced by the establishment, make sure to check out my new Netflix special, Unusual Taunt Stereotypes, episode 46. It's going to be totally awesome.
Written and created by SoundSmith and Clockwork Smurf. Thumbnail by Toten, and I gotta say, Toten, that was a great thumbnail. Just the details and the moment being drunk. Great thumbnail. Modeling by and mapping by Alexei. I hope you can forgive me for the pronunciation, Alex. And Sir Zeke. Oh, I think we've seen Sir Zeke in other videos, haven't we? SFM and animation by Crocodile. Oh, wait. SFM and animated by Pro Gaming Nerd. SFM and animation by Steak. Hey, Steak is in this video. It's been a while. I didn't know that Steaky worked in other projects beyond the Costamoinen. It's cool to see Steak in other videos. And wait, let me just go back to that. He's just goofing off, making SoundSmith like give a head pat or how we say in Portuguese, a cafuné to Lazy Purple. And Lazy Purple is just, what's that? SFM and animation by Erindra Stuff. Graphics and paintovers by Monsieur Saboteur. Edition by SoundSmith. With guest appearances of Lazy Purple, Monsieur Saboteur, Deroplat, Channel Jean, Serial Artistry, Kiku070, Henry117, Gunk. Wait. Gunk, Garka23, Classy Javelin, Grunk Dial, NCTWL, and John Patrick Lowry. Is that the wait? So you're telling me that the official voice line in the beginning is from the actual sniper? John Patrick Lowry. It's him? Oh, it is! It is! It is the original sniper voice actor. Wow, I'm so... Damn, the voice actors are actually putting a lot of work with a lot of content creators. Wow. I wonder if SoundSmith tried to talk with Shork to try to get Patrick to do this voice line. Amazing. And John Patrick Lowry as the sniper. Duh. Thanks for watching. Not really, no, really, it means a lot. Voice cast in order of appearance. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else by the end of this video. Oh, there is things by the end of this video. Special thanks to Uncle Dane, MaxiQuest, the Crystal Lee Show, Marketplace.tf. Okay.
They're almost here. You can hear them, can't you? They're scratching at the door. And now... they're back.
And right behind you.
Okay, that actually scared me a little bit.
Your favorite niche internet micro-celebrities will return with
Crystal
all
Lee
new
Show.
adventures planned for the future. Will Chris and Lee find out the mysterious odors that are in the studio walls? Will Uncle Dane actually come on the show? Who knows? The possibilities are literally endless. But, okay. Look, I'm gonna level with you.
Okay.
Last time you and I talked, you didn't go to the Christopher Lee Productions YouTube channel, and I get it, okay? But look, I can only lockpick into the studio recording booth so many times before they put some security cameras in this place. I killed a man with a revolver to get in here.
Oh, so that's the thing that was happening in the background.
You understand me? I was an interview.
Wait, let's do this again.
Here. The Crystal Lee Show was my life, you understand?
Crystal Lee filming lot liked by Cine and over 800 people. Wow. Oh, 1,800 people, my bad. Chris wrapped filming the finale of season 1. Gonna miss my buddy. Oh.
Understand me? I was an interview television show host. But you know what? That's not important. The cops are on their way, and time is precious. We're back. And that's the important thing.
I think that I might need to check this show now. Guys, thanks so much for coming. This has been a blast. It's been such a long time since I've seen any of SoundSmith videos, and it really, really enlightens my day to see how much they progressed with their style of animation, comedy, narration. Really, they were already good years ago, but now the difference is remarkable. It's remarkable. It's easy to see how much they progressed. So, congrats, SoundSmith, and thank you for the video. Guys, thanks so much for coming. Don't forget to give a like to the original video, just also to thank SoundSmith and all the crew that worked on this. Also, really cool to see a lot of special guests like Patrick and Lazy Purple and Chris Lee. Apparently, I don't know who he is. I've never seen any of his videos, but I think I need to check them now. So thanks for coming, thanks for staying. Hope to see you on the next video, reaction, live stream, YouTube short. Don't forget that I will most likely live stream today. I'm trying to live stream at least a few times a week. So stay tuned to the community tabs in the Discord. And until then, bye. See ya.